inside when he sees your eyes running through the night. Only takes him back, always out of sight, crowding through the night. Run, you can run, but you'll never hide. The walls are coming, you're running. The walls are coming, you're running. The walls are coming, you're running. The walls are coming.
Good evening, everyone, and we're going live with On the Ball on a Sunday night. Obviously, this will also go out on podcast as usual. Obviously, we're going live. I know that the Scotland game's on at the moment, so I'm not sure how many will have joined us live, but I know that so many of you will be watching it back on catch up anyway. Before we get started, I do want to say a massive big thank you, of course, to Creation Wolf, who power the show. They deliver the industry's latest and most advanced digital solutions, taking your brand and online presence and digital capability to the next level. You can find them in the link below or on creationwolf.com. Right then, so tonight we've got a debutant, which we're going to come on into a minute, but we've got one of our old stagers that's here. Literally, he's looking behind him. It's Cheerful Chris on tour, currently in Germany, cheering on the England Three Lions. And you're in your hotel room, Chris. I think you've been for a tour today of a stadium in Germany.
Yeah, I went up to Mönchengladbach today. Had a tour around Borussia Mönchengladbach's ground, which was quite good. Managed to jump in with a bunch of Scottish lads who gracefully allowed us to join in, because the lovely lady on reception was typically German and just wasn't going to help. But we kind of muscled in. They let us come around and we paid anyway. But, yeah, had a good tour around there. Fantastic stadium. I spoke to you about it before. It's in the middle of nowhere, but all been purpose built. It's fantastic. What they built there is amazing.
Absolutely. Right. Roy said, why do it know where Scotland is playing? Well, because it's 8:30 and I'm English. You know, I've got the Scottish thing up on the telly there. To be honest, if you're Scottish, I'm sure you're watching it with, and if you're English, you're gonna, and Welsh or whatever, you're gonna be watching it with intrigue anyway. So yeah, but we've already got like well over 100 watching live, which is fantastic. Chris, I know that you're going to the next game. We'll come back on to you in a minute. But I'm delighted to be joined by Sean, who's better known by his name as Spicer. He's making his debut tonight. And he's making his debut for a very, very big reason, that I've been invited to play in a charity game. And this is that you can see there's loads of people on there. We've even got Gary Poundland on there. You know, there's loads. There's boxers. Zelly Ismail's playing. Maka, the Wolves women managers on there. There's loads of sort of influence and celebs. There's a couple of boxers on there as well, isn't there?
Yeah.
You know, I think we've got that Luke chap who's the his TikToker. He's playing as well. So yeah. And you know, we're all getting together to play this charity game, and obviously we're going to get stuck into to Wolves in England and everything. But like, I just want to kick off to explain why Spicer's come on. He's a big Wolves fan, but like, you kind of organising this, and there's a reason behind why you're doing it, and just sort of like, if you can let everyone know a bit the background to it, what the day is all about, and how people can get involved.
Yeah, so we've organised it through our club, Eslington Down Syndrome Awareness. We started the club in 2019. My son was born with Down syndrome. He's 7 now, little Jackson. He goes to the Wolves nearly all the games, I think, now. Apart from the winter when it's a bit too cold. But so we're a massive footballing family. When he started getting more mobile, started to enjoy what we was enjoying with the football, we wanted to take him to go and play football. Unfortunately, I quickly found out that there's not much around here at all. For not just kids with Down syndrome, but, you know, kids with disabilities in general. So me and my wife sat there one day and said, let's do it ourselves. And it's gone from this to something massive. Like, Now we've got our own ground, and we've got 11 teams altogether now. So
11 teams.
Yeah, we've got 11 teams all under our banner, yeah, with our flag flying. So we raised obviously awareness through the club with the name, badges, the patches we wear on the kit, and also we're in the process of just getting the disability team together ourselves. I think we've got 11 kids now on the waiting list to just waiting to come down so we can give them some free football coaching sessions, get that moving. So that's where we're raising money for. So we're doing half towards the club so we can carry on with what we need to do, and we can input more money, more funds, more resources into that. And we're also raising money for the Down Syndrome Association. So when Jackson was born, he had quite a few issues. We didn't know where to turn. Like he wasn't diagnosed while the wife was pregnant or anything like that. So it was kind of all of a shock. It was like a massive shock in the face. And so we turned to the Down Syndrome Association. They're 24/7, 365 days a year. They can offer you advice, where to turn, what to do. You know, it's scary. So they offer loads of support. So they deserve it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And so, like, how long's that been running?
What, the Down Syndrome Association are?
Your football team and the club.
So we're going into our 5th year now this season, our 5th season.
Fantastic. And the event, which as you can see here, the annual fundraiser.
Yeah.
It's the 21st of July. It's a 3 p.m. kickoff. It's at Sporting Cals, which is a fantastic facility.
Beautiful.
Is that on it's on the AstroTurf pitch?
Yeah, on the 4G, mate. Yeah. It's beautiful there.
Absolutely. And what's that day all about, and why you're getting everyone involved? What's the objective of it?
Yeah, so we get everyone involved. Obviously, like-minded people like yourself, who want to support the causes and stuff like that. I mean, everyone I've spoke to who's playing on the day couldn't be more supportive. So, it's about trying to get people together, so it's kind of not just the football that's happening. So we're going to plan to do things on the day, and interact with people, get people together. Going to try and invite a few local groups down with children with Down syndrome and things like that I'm working on. So we're just going to try and get like a community thing together. Get everyone. We got face painter coming down. We're going to try and do like a penalty shootout with people. Just get people involved, get people talking, get people interacting. Make new relationships and things like that around the club. That's the plan.
No, that's absolutely. And people can buy tickets, can they not, for the event on the day and go there and support it. And you're expecting quite a big crowd, aren't you? Apparently. Yeah,
hopefully, mate. Yeah, we've sold quite a few tickets, so it does look like it's going to be a really busy one. Hopefully, the weather holds out as well.
That's making me a bit scared now.
You've got to put a performance on there, then.
Well, exactly. Listen, if you're listening to this back on the podcast, the link will be in the description below. But it's https:// my.weez event, which is wez.com/down-syndrome-awareness-fc fundraiser. I'll put the link there as well, and I will put the link in the description below this video as well, so people can, if you're watching this back, you can think. But it'd be great to see loads of people go down. As I say, if you want to have a laugh, well, I'll be playing. Although I play football on a Tuesday. I play a little bit. I do like my football. So I'm looking forward. But there's some you've got like a current West Bromwich Albion footballer who's playing, and Zeli Ismail, who was basically the first wonder kid before Fabio Silva, wasn't he? Good old Zeli.
Yeah,
he's playing as well. So I'm glad I've got some real quality, because otherwise I'll stand out too much.
It's going to be a problem trying to even the teams out as well, I think. So we've got to sit down and try and do that.
No, that's going to be absolutely fantastic. Right, we'll talk a little bit more. Look, we've already got there. 3 of us are going to be coming to the event, which is absolutely fantastic.
Wicked.
As I say, we will put that link in the description below. Right, let's get stuck into a bit of Wolves. We'll come back to this at the end. Chris, Max Kilman bids this week £25 million from West Ham United. Good old J-Lo. Apparently Newcastle have shown some interest. We know that there's been interest from Manchester United. We thought the bidding war was going to be a bit on Pedro Neto, but it seems it's Maximilian Kilman. What's your thoughts?
Well, the bid's a little bit on the light side at the moment, I think. Yeah, I mean, okay. I think we're in a position now when the right money comes along, everybody's got a price, haven't they? Personally, I don't think Max had a brilliant season. I think the captaincy weighed heavy on his shoulders. I think, if we were to get 40 million for him, we could probably, utilise that money quite well. We've got Mascara to come back in and prove his worth. I think it's a sale worth making, I think.
Absolutely, mate. I mean, Spicer, I mean, what do you think of the bids? Would you sell Kilman yourself? Would you go with that?
Personally, at where we are at the minute, I wouldn't want to sell him. Like he said, there's the Mascara coming back, but I don't think there's crazy depth there. I mean, it depends how much they're getting for him, I suppose, whether they can utilise that money. At the minute, I mean, there's Dawson who can play there, but he's injured. He's saying he's going to be 100%. You don't know. And then you've got Mascara coming back. But other than that, we are light heavy, really. So I suppose it just all depends how they utilise the funds for him. Which at the minute, I mean, they seem to be utilising money quite well. They've brought that young lad in, and he's supposed to be the next hot shot. So.
Well, they have obviously they signed Tommy Doyle, and then they've got that. Pedro Lima, who apparently is going to be signing as well. That they've got, obviously, they've got Rodriguez that's come in. We know that there's going to be players that's going out. Wolves, of course, received a bid last year of just shy of 30 million for Kilman from Napoli, and since then he's signed a long-term contract. Because he's on such a long-term contract, I think West Ham are just firing the first little test and knowing full well Wolves are going to reject that offer. Sure. My understanding is Wolves are looking for nearer 45 million for Kilman. And don't forget as well with Kilman, because we bought him for something like 40,000 or something really stupid.
There's a
Maidstone United. The way that profit and sustainability works, when Wolves do sell that, it's a massive because it's just works like there's such a massive profit for Wolves in that, which will enable Wolves to be able to splash out a little bit more money.
They've got to ensure they do. I don't want a long-term Jota deal spread over years. It needs to be, a couple of years or cash in 1 year. We can't be doing that again.
No, I fully agree with you. With none of this amortization stuff where it's over 5 years and we get dribs and drabs every year. We want the money. We need the money. We want the money in our back pocket to be able to go and invest in the team. And like Spicer said, they've made a good start. Wolves have gone early, but these are young players, not tested really. Maybe Tommy Doyle exception. I mean, 4.3 million for Tommy Doyle's a steal.
Oh, ridiculous price, honestly.
I think that price, was negotiated because Mateus Nunes went to City. And City, I think we'd let him go for less. But I think it was paid off by the fact that Tommy Doyle's fee was dropped on the other hand, which is why
great bit of business. Great bit of business for someone that don't want to be at our club as well to get rid of him.
Well,
great bit of business.
Well, yeah, all he's really done since he's been there really is get splinters and break his fingers. Yeah, he's done a lot else.
It's been a massive loss, has it? Let's be honest.
No, but yes, I mean it's good. I mean, it's just starting to hot up. We've seen Pedro Neto at the Euros come on in the first game against Portugal within 3 minutes, set up an assist. He looked great again, played most of the second half for Portugal last night. He's starting to really play his way into that Portuguese team. In fact, it was like a little team.
He'll play the next game, Dave. He'll play the next game.
He deserves to.
You what?
So he'll come in. Rafael Leo's suspended for the next game, so he'll come in for a full game next week, I think. Well, next match.
Yeah, he's done really well. So obviously we saw Neves having a few pops from distance as well. So yeah, I mean, Wolves have also announced this, this home friendly against this 17th Vallejo, or I can't think of the name of the
Yeah.
yeah,
Vallecano.
that's it, yeah. And that's going to be the week before the start of the season. That's the home friendly. What do you make of that, Chris?
Probably won't be going to that, Dave. I'll be washing the hair.
Well, yeah, you have got plenty.
I probably haven't changed in my stance in that I've renewed my season ticket, but the extra costs I'll have to find from somewhere else, and it will probably mean not going to a friendly. So that's it.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be very expensive anyway. I think probably about 10 or 15 quid for that friendly. But obviously it's the final pre-season game that's been announced. Spicer, it's a La Liga team. Okay, they finished 17th, but like they've got some really good friendlies lined up in the States, West Ham, Newcastle, RB Leipzig in Miami. I'm just a little bit worried about the heat over there, actually. And then obviously we got the La Liga game. The friendlies are looking all lined up now. What do you make of the lineup for the friendlies?
I like it. It's going to be very, very tough for us, isn't it? I don't think they've took the easy route there at all. You know what I mean? I think they're going out, and you got to respect it. I think, especially with the extra one now as well. You can see. To me, that shows that he wants to, really have a good go at this season, because, we could have done better last season, couldn't we? But we got hindered in so many ways. So, I think he's going to give him a chance to look at everything that he needs to and have a real crack at it this season.
Well, yeah, I mean, the good thing is with that now is that Gary O'Neill's going to get a full pre-season. Obviously, with the Euros, it's going to be a bit of a staggered squad, because after the Euros, there'll be anyone that's been involved in the Euros, mainly, the Portuguese players, really.
Yeah.
A lot of them will be, they'll probably come back. Semedo, Pedro, Jose Sá, they'll probably get a little bit more time off before they would join up with the rest of the squad. It's going to be interesting to see how that squad develops, who's there and who's with us and who's not with us by the time that the transfer window shuts at the end of August. There's a lot of water to go under the bridge at the moment. So there's a lot of players that are currently as well showcasing themselves. And like if Pedro Neto keeps putting in these performances, he just keeps adding money to his price tag. But it'd be interesting, to see how that pans out. And obviously we've been linked with a lot of other players and stuff like that. But at the moment, until they've got a Wolves shirt signed in their hand, they're not a Wolves. I think the only person that you can guarantee is definitely going to be at Wolves next season is the new Gomez guy, Rodrigo, and Tommy Doyle. Although saying that, we signed Benakofobi and then sold him 2 weeks later.
I was going to say, I remember that.
For £1 million profit as well.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Chris, look, you've been out there. Let's talk about England for a little bit. As I say, we're going to have a nice punchy one tonight. You've been over there, mate, for nearly a couple of weeks now over in Germany. You've got another game.
Yeah, I've been to Germany. Been in Germany 9 days now.
9 days. So you've been nearly a couple of weeks by the time you come back. What have you made of the experience? And what's your high points and your low points so far?
I've loved the experience following England abroad. Not something I've done before. I did when I was a lot younger. Can't remember much of that, but that was a different time. It's been quite interesting. Germans have got it organised quite well.
Apart from maybe the transport.
Yeah, look, I haven't had any problem getting back to my hotel, Dave. My base in Dusseldorf. I've gone all the way to Frankfurt and got back in the night I went. Gelsenkirchen was a little bit more tasty, and I don't know why around Germany can speak it, so I can move around when maybe the normal English guy can't. So the transport's been a little bit sticky. It's probably still miles better than what we have in the UK. you know, I went all the way down to Frankfurt. Yes, I did get back late, and yes, the train was diverted, but the train went all the way up the Rhine-Moselle Valley. It didn't go the route it should do, so it was 2 hours longer. But I sat and had my dinner on the train and made the best of it and got back safe and sound. The train wasn't overcrowded because I'd gone a route that other people didn't go. I think you just got to be a bit more savvy. You know, Gelsenkirchen was a bit of a bottleneck coming out of the stadium, but you know, the English fans, they don't help themselves at times, Dave. That's the problem. You know, they're drinking the beer and which is fine, people drink beer, but then when you start walking back along the tram tracks because you can't get a tram, but you know that track leads you back to the main city centre, and you wonder why all the other trams are being held up and the police are there, and then it's just it was a little bit of chaos, and they don't help themselves really. But I haven't really seen any trouble. Everybody's been merry really. So that's been you know the different games has been good. I think so far I've enjoyed going to the game that wasn't England. Strangely enough, I was able to, I think, take in that game and watch it without worrying about Mr. Southgate and what the hell he's trying to do. I think you know that was better. So I went to watch Ukraine last Friday in Dusseldorf against Czechia, Czechoslovakia, whatever they're called now. And that was it was good. It was a good game, good stadium. I sent some videos. I think the whole thing's been really good. I've not there's not been anything that I've.
You've been in some of the fan parks as well, ain't you?
Yeah, then the fan parks I wasn't a big fan of. They're all right, but there's a lot of people who are getting very well smashed there. There are a lot of people. Everything's refundable plastic cups. So you go buy a cup €4, then you can pay to fill it, get it filled full of beer. And there are locals who are going around collecting these cups. So you've got people with stacks and stacks of cups, and it gets a little bit fraught at the end, and people are realizing that I wrote so many cup and I'll get another one, and that's it. It was okay, but I wasn't a fan of the fan park. Plus, it was really pouring down the day I went, so on that.
Absolutely. And we're going to cover England a bit more before coming up onto the opening fixtures for Wolves. Spicer, mate, like, what have you made of England? Leah, is it coming home?
It don't look like it, does it? But we say this, but I don't like Southgate football like a lot of people don't. It's boring. It's not exciting football, which is why we all watch football, I suppose. But at the second, you can't really argue with his results in the past, can you? Really, let's be honest. You know, he's got us to nearly over the line. What, twice now? Semi-final and final, is it?
Well, yeah. I mean, we got semi-final. Wasn't it at the World Cup? Got knocked out to Croatia after taking the lead.
Yeah.
We got to the final against Italy after taking the lead and still managed to lose on penalties. Yeah. We should have beat France. Harry Kane missing that penalty. I think that goes in. We go through and we get to the final, which would have been a tasty final against Argentina. And but like we keep all the things of those. The Croatia game, we took the lead, we lost. Yeah. The Italy game, we took the lead, we lost. You know, against Serbia, we took the lead and we're hanging on. Against Denmark, we took the lead. They scored and we're hanging on. We lost the league against Iceland in the pre-season match and couldn't break them down. There seems to be a bit of a trend, doesn't there?
I don't know. I don't know if it is the manager's. It's got to be the manager's instructions, eh? But when you see Harry Kane playing in his own half, that ain't really something you want to be watching, is it? As your main striker, it's just.
No, Harry Kane does like to drop deep, but not that deep.
Yeah, he was deep.
I think they showed the starting positions to the first and second half of England, and I think there was only one or two players that were just about past the halfway line. What do you think of the this Trent Alexander-Arnold experiment, Chris?
Dave, he's a fullback, right? So I know about fullbacks. Used to be one. As a fullback, when you play a game, you probably look at about 60 degrees on the pitch, and that's what you're used to looking, which is in the midfield and basically down the line. And if you look at the top midfielders, Tony Cruz is all those sort of guys, that Kevin De Bruyne, those guys are scanning the pitch left and right, looking all over the place. They've got almost like owl heads. They can see at the back of their heads. And Trent hasn't got that. The minute Trent gets the ball, he's got to go, and he's facing backwards. He's restricting in where he's going to play the ball, and he's really caught us out a couple of times in doing that. Yeah. Just because he hasn't got that ability to, move the ball out. It doesn't work for me. So he needs to go. There's quite a few of them that I think need to change.
Brian from Southampton says, this is an interesting stat. Southgate's time, he's played 24 games against the top 6 teams in the world, and he's only won 4 of them. That's
yeah, but how many have we lost?
I don't know. What's the answer for you, Spicer, with this for the next game and going forward? I know my thoughts, but let me hear what you would do if you were, Southgate now. Okay, we've got 4 points, so fair enough. As bad as we played, we've still got 4 points, still top of the group. Yeah. It's all about qualification at this stage. We thank the Lord for that. But what would you change?
I just think mine, he's the professional manager. Obviously, he knows a lot more than me. But I just think we're polar opposites on how we see football. I'm a massive fan of attacking football, fast play. Attack is really aggressive and things like that. And he just seems to be completely the polar opposite. But with the players we've got in the team, what teams they're playing for, and even on the bench, they're all that type of player. You got your Man City players in there, all your top teams, all the players. They're all they play aggressive football. They're fast build up and things like that. And we don't seem to be utilising them at all, do we? At all. The damage we could cause with some of them players. And we just don't seem to want to. We just kind of want to play not to lose, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it seems very, very safe. I mean, the thing that strikes me is that we've got a lot of players in the England team, super talented players that are used to playing in teams that press high up the pitch. That are used to playing in big game situations, and are used to, but playing on the front foot, and yet we're playing on the back foot. Yeah. For me, I don't know whether you agree with this or not, Chris. He's been playing Foden on the left where he don't play on the left. I'd drop Foden into the number 10 position. I think Saka's done all right. And I'd drop Bellingham back into midfield where he played for Dortmund.
Yep.
I know Bellingham plays that 10 role for Real Madrid, but before he went to Real Madrid, he was, he went to Real Madrid because he was absolutely brilliant playing for Dortmund in the number 8 position. Yeah. So it's like the old Gerrard Lampard thing, trying to fit all these players into the same thing. It's like you have to play your best team, not your best individuals. So drop Bellingham to a number 8. He can always do damage from there and switch up if we need to. Play Foden where he plays for Man City in that number 10 position. Keep Saka where he is. Maybe bring Gordon in. I don't know. And then obviously it's a choice of Harry Kane or Ollie Watkins. Do you drop Harry Kane? Probably not, but Ollie Watkins presses a little bit more. Do you agree with that? Anyone listening, or do you?
That is what I would do. I think that there isn't a problem with Kieran Trippier playing at left back. The problem is he hasn't got an outlet in front of him. And if you bring Gordon on, you've got a naturally left-sided player that can get the ball and go around and outside him, and that will help him. If you play Gordon, Saka, and Foden behind Kane, and then play Rice and
Bellingham,
I think that's what we've got to do. Alexander-Arnold for me hasn't worked. I think Walker. I'm not a big fan of Walker's, but I think he's played all right these 2 games. To be fair.
Yeah, well, Walker, you know what you're going to get with Walker. I thought, I mean, his awareness, his speed, he gets the ball off for the goal. Obviously, Trippier's the weak link. They're hopefully going to get Luke Shaw fit for the.
No, it's not happening, Dave. He's not going to be playing.
Nah, I don't think.
Why is he taking him if he's not going to play him?
Because he knows more about waistcoats than football, obviously.
Spicer, what do you think? Would you do that? Drop Bellingham back, Foden into the 10?
Yeah, I think Foden's a lot better in the 10. We've seen that this season. How he's been unreal. But I think he's playing Bellingham now because of what he's done with Real Madrid this season in that position. He's well, to be fair, his goal was top quality as well when he got into the box, got himself there. But how often have we got into the box like that really in the last 2 games? You know what I mean? It's as if we're constantly making moves like that, is it? So. I think it would be utilised better, like you said, back in the midfield.
Be interesting to see what happens there, because Chris, you'll be there, won't you, for that
yes
game?
Tuesday night, Cologne. So that's
look out for the
local rivals, which will be
look out for the AFTV flag. It got on the
flag will be there. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Flag will be there on Tuesday night. So and then sadly it's time for me to get on an airplane on Wednesday and go back and do some work.
I know, shame you can't stay out there longer. Chris and Spicer, now honest opinion at this stage, England probably will qualify. They finish top of the group. They're probably going to play the Czechs in the round of 16. Are England how far are England going to go? Do you think? Because my expectations, I think everyone's expectations have gone right low now. The way we played the last 3 games, friendly, we come up against anyone decent. I just feel like at this point in time, we're going to get playing the way we are at the moment. We'll get taken apart. But Argentina lost to Saudi Arabia in the first game of the World Cup, and they went on and won. So it's not where you start; it's where you finish. Do you still believe?
You've got to believe. I think you've got to. It's the way we are.
We're Wolves fans, we've always believing. We've always.
You've just got to do it. It's just what we do.
It is what we do, Chris.
Yeah, look, Dave. We could go out like, I don't know, Spain have gone out and the last few people are in Germany, although they're losing tonight early on. But it doesn't matter whether you win the first 2 games or the first game or the second and third game, as long as you get through the group. And that's when it starts a knockout tournament. So that, once the knockout stuff starts, that's when you want to obviously get this playing system right and moving forward and getting that attacking flowing football. So hopefully, I've got to hope that that's what's going to happen. We're going to start blossoming later on into the knockout rounds and do what we're doing. Hopefully, despite Gareth, and I'm not a fan of his, I think if he stumbles onto these formations that do something for us, then I think we can go far. I certainly think we can beat Czechs. I watched them, and they're not very good, and their main striker's injured now as well. So I think it's obviously when you get into the big boys. But again, a bit like Wolves, I'm never worried when Wolves play big teams. It's always the minnows that I don't like Wolves playing.
That's so true.
Yeah.
We'll beat Man City, top Chelsea home and away. Man United, and then we'll go and lose to Huddersfield twice, when they've only won 3 games at the season. Remember that. That's just the Wolves way, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, Spicer, if you listen to it on the podcast, he's literally shaking his head. We all know it. We all know it. So yeah, you've got to keep the belief. And say Chris will be there with the flag. Hopefully, we're passing the flag on. We'll see. for the next phase of the tournament. I know loads of you sent a message saying that you saw the flag, and we put Chris up on the socials, on our socials. If you're not following us on our socials already, make sure you do, because we're on Instagram, we're on TikTok. Yes, we're over 6,000 on TikTok now. Facebook, Twitter, X, we're all on that. And don't forget to bookmark our website, alwayswolves.co.uk as well. And if you do want to get involved in the chat, in the conversation, all you have to do is be subscribed here for just literally 1 second, and you can join in the conversation. We're going to turn it back now. We have Paul's going, we lost twice to United. Yeah, we did. We should have won the first one, and then they robbed us some VAR from a thing.
Sure.
But we have beaten them many times. Is my point that I was making, not just last season. So we're going to just talk about the opening fixtures to the season. What's your take? I will put these up on the old screen. Hopefully you can see that this tab. That's the fixture. Yeah, I mean the first 9 games. Let me just read this out, because this is funny. Arsenal away, Chelsea at home. Okay, 2 that finished in the top 6-7 last year. Arsenal just runners up. Forest away. That's their second home game. Never easy. Then we've got Newcastle, who finished something like 50, they dropped off a little bit, but like they'll be up for it.
Yeah,
we've got them at home. Then we've got the Aston Villa away. Then we've got Liverpool at home. Okay. Then we've got Brentford away, and then we've got Manchester City at home, and then Brighton away. So in the first 9 games, that's a tough start. Okay, November gets maybe a bit easier. Then you say that you've got Palace who are on fire, Southampton at home, Fulham away, Bournemouth at home. That is a difficult start. But I fancy Arsenal away on the first game. I wanted Arsenal or Man United at Manchester City away, because they're slow, they're better, they're stronger at the end. They don't stop winning. Especially City, yeah. So I mean, you got a puncher's chance, I think, that early doors against these sort of teams. And Chelsea, ain't going to fancy playing Wolves, because we beat them 3 times in a row, and we've seemed to have a bit of the sign over them. So I'm trying to be positive. How many points are we taking, Chris, out of them first 9 games?
You're asking the wrong fellow here, Dave.
Okay, we'll come back to you.
You know what I said last year. So, look, I mean, what I'd say is everybody's worried about Arsenal, but Arsenal, Chelsea, what percentage of their players are going to be involved in the Euros and the America's thing that's going on? You could catch them a little bit disjointed and not prepared, because they won't have much time together.
There's a couple of 15s here as well. Brian's 15. Carl's 15
points. Dave, I think if we've got 6 or 8 points by the end of October, I'll be happy.
6 to 8 points. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it does take a lot to make you cheerful, which is why we call you Cheerful Chris, because we want to turn that frown upside down is what we want to do. Spicer.
I'll do that. You only turn the camera around the other way. Yeah,
what are you going for? He's looking very, very closely at the fixture list.
I'd be happy with 10, but I think if we don't get 10, Wolves fans will be at panic station as well, though. So I think we've got to get 10 to keep everyone off, keep everyone happy. I think,
mate, it was panic stations at the start of last season.
Yeah, exactly.
We had a tough start, and then we lose to Ipswich in the after being 2-0 up, meltdown, and then we beat City.
It's lovely. Every year, it's lovely. I love it. I can't wait.
So yeah, it's a tough start.
It's very difficult to say, Dave, because we've got no idea what this squad's going to look like.
We don't.
From the end of the summer window.
We don't. Now, guys, we have over 300 watching live, which is absolutely amazing, especially considering Scotland's on. But hey, the football's on, so that the fact that you're joining us, even though we got the Euros on, is amazing. And I know, good 2,000 or 3,000 more will probably watch it back on the on catch up and on the podcast. So really, thank you ever so much for joining. I'm going to ask you guys in the chat now, just very, very quickly, if you've got any questions for Spicer or Chris or me, bang them down. But also, I want you to put down what are Wolves getting out of those first 9 fixtures. How many points? Brian said 15. Carl said 15. Spicer's happy with 10. Chris is being optimistic for him, going 6 to 8. How many points do you think that Wolves will get from those first 9? Adrian says you've got to believe that we'll have a stronger squad. Chaotic saying I live in hope. And also let us know where you're watching. Neil's going for 7 points. So basically, are these your mates, Chris? They're like 6 to 8, 7. North Street's going for 7. Kiddie Wolf's going for 9. Adrian's in the positive camp, going for 15. Carl's watching. He's tuning in from Worcestershire, and you're travelling up from Worcestershire for the charity game, Carl. That's amazing.
Well, look, Dave, you've got 9 games there in the first 3 months, and people are saying 15 points. That means that they expect us to win 5 of those 9 games.
No. We could draw 4 and win 4 and draw 3.
Yeah, that's just semantics, mate. You know what I mean?
And we'll lose 2. Ellie says, who's our latest member, who's just joined the channel, which is why she's got a little green wolf next to her name. She says 7 will drop into the relegation zone, but we'll be out of it in November. Can we just keep off the politics, guys? We don't do politics on here. Did Chris meet up with the Ulstras in Dusseldorf, and he's going 10 points?
No, I haven't met any Ultras in Dusseldorf yet. There's not been any sign of them.
Mate, Spicer, you've got to know this, right? Because this is important, right? Chris is a bit of a Dusseldorf fan. He's got it because of where he's come from in the past. Yeah. And he's applied to be in the Ultra section of Dusseldorf, and he's got to go for an interview. Is that not?
Yeah, I've got to pay €75 as well, Dave, which I wasn't happy about. So yeah, but never mind.
That's going to be some experience, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got to go for an interview. Have you not got to go for an interview?
It's a team's thing, but it's starting to sound like that may not be happening. So we'll see.
Okay. Sutty is joining the Chris camp, but he's going for the lower end. He's going for 6 points. He's not too optimistic at all. So we've got 6 to 15. It depends whether your glass is half full or half empty. You know, Spicer, I'm kind of like with you, really. I think if we can get 10 points from those opening 9 games, or even a point a game to start with, because it's difficult, that ain't going to be too bad to get us up and running. If we can get more than that, then great. We're going to be looking really good, hopefully, you know, and I do believe we could get more than that. But equally, like Chris and Sutty, looking at the fixtures, it's easy to see us struggling to get any points at all.
Yeah, definitely.
So, you know.
I could say something, Dave. I could say something like I said, maybe 10 games before the end of the season, but I'm not going to until I've seen what they sign.
Absolutely, yeah. Now we're going to probably wait until the window closes for final league positions, but we can have guesstimate league positions if you want to have a go right this point in time for a bit of fun, but that can change.
Guessing our league position, at the end of next season?
Is that what you were saying?
No, what I'm saying is that I could take the view that I don't think we will take many points at all, which is what I said last year, didn't I?
You did.
But that would be silly because I don't know who we're going to sign, and I don't think you can say that. You know, we continue to sign players that are impressive, then there's a chance we might get those 10 points or 11 points. But if we sell players and don't buy much more than what we've bought, we may not be winning anything.
Absolutely. No, you're absolutely right, and it's all in flux. It's a positive start to the transfer window, of course, so far. But you know, you've got to judge the transfer window as a whole. What you've got come coming close. And of course, the transfer window, is open. It's actually is it open
Tonight,
yet?
is it tonight?
At 12, is it midnight tonight? It opens.
No.
It's interesting. Right, so obviously we've covered a lot. We've done 44 minutes. We've got now nearly 350 of you watching live, which is fantastic. So thank you for that. As I say, hit that subscribe button. If you're really enjoying the chat tonight on the ball and enjoying it more than the Scotland game, hit that like button.
What is the Scotland game score, Dave? Because the Germans are only showing Germany.
Well, currently on 58
they love the
minutes,
Scots, apparently.
it's Scotland 0, Hungary 0. It's a riveting game. You've missed absolutely nothing. Absolutely
Germany
nothing.
getting battered by Switzerland.
Germany are getting battered by Switzerland.
Yeah, it's still 1-0, but Germany are not doing very well at all.
Have they changed all their squad or something?
I was going to say they've been on fire.
This is what this is what I'm saying. It means nothing at the moment. All these fancy performances and whatever means nothing. And when you get to the knockout,
he's playing really, really well for Switzerland. That Kanji at Man City.
Will they go top of the group if they win?
No, because Germany have won 2, haven't they?
Yeah, they won the first 2.
And Switzerland have won how many? That's what I'm saying. They could have won one.
Yeah, they might do, yeah. Because they'll go on top head-to-head. It's gone head-to-head now, goal difference.
Hold on, BBC.
Possibly.
Let's have a look at BBC Sport. Let's have a look at scores and fixtures. So, yeah, that group. Let's have a look at the group tables. Wow. So hold on, I'm going to show you this. This is the live. This is the live table. So I'm going to stop the screen.
What we want is Hungary. A Hungary goal. That'll be just magic.
Yeah, that would.
That's the current table.
Oh no way.
So Switzerland are actually top. That's going to be interesting because that'll drop Germany down into a different path completely. Because I think England are due if everything goes according to France winning their league and we winning our league, they're due to play France in the semi-finals, and Germany would have been on the opposite side, but that might switch it.
But I think that would mean also, Dave, if we were to get second place in the group, we play. Does it mean we play Switzerland?
Yeah, we would.
Or does it mean we play Switzerland in the not the fourth round, but the round after that? I can't.
Yeah, it would actually. It's quite interesting.
We thought we played Germany earlier.
So Germany, I mean, they're just like that. It's interesting to see the fixtures rolling around. Saturday to be confirmed. It's all to be confirmed, isn't it? So yeah, so interesting to see how that one pans out. Godfrey said anyone in their right mind wouldn't wait to watch Scotland. They could say that about England at the moment, but we it is
Scotland. To be fair to them, Scotland played well the last game, and they got hammered the first game. But I don't know what.
No. It's interesting. The Scottish fans have been full of colour. I think you said that you were hanging out with some Scottish fans today.
Yeah, Dave. There can't be anybody north of the Adrian's Wall because they're all over here. I've never seen so many freaking Scotsmen. They're everywhere.
They all
not even going. All wearing the kilts, all wearing the Scotland tops. You can hear bagpipes everywhere, and they're not all going to the game. They're just everywhere in the fan parks. We went to Mönchengladbach, and they're playing down in Stuttgart today, I think. And there's 10 Scots blokes there in kilts, and he's going to walk around the stadium. They're just everywhere.
Well, fair play to them. They're enjoying the experience. I don't think they've ever got out the group in any tournament ever. So if they do score a goal against Hungary in this last 30 minutes, they'll get. Hopefully that they'll get through. Right, we just want to finish off now the last sort of 5 or 10 minutes. And Don Covis has said that's their thing in it. No Scotland, no party at the moment. Right then, so we just want to finish off by just getting back onto the for Jacks. This is a fundraiser. This is what Spice is on tonight. I'm going to be playing Looking forward to it. It's going to be at Sporting Calcer on the 21st of July. It's a 3 p.m. kickoff. You know, you've got some of the team from WCRFM there. You've got TikTokers there. You've got professional footballers that are playing. You've got Mr. Miami's in there as well. You've got comedians in there. You've got someone off blooming First Dates that's there.
Danny Benny.
Well, yeah, you've got myself. You've got the manager of Wolves Women. You know, you've even got Gary Poundland, who Gary Poundland, for example, has been on the channel a couple of times. He's a top lad. Yeah. Mate, this is, forget Soccer Aid. Forget Soccer Aid. This is the Midlands' own version of Soccer Aid.
It is. It's a good lineup out there.
It's a cracking lineup with all the people that are there. It's going to be a great day. How many tickets have you sold so far, would you say?
Without counting, I don't know. It's probably a good 200-300 people at the minute, though, I'd say, altogether.
Wow, 200 or 300 people already sold. Yeah. It's a month out. Yeah. The link to this is in the description below. There's lots of other things. Great to come with families as well. There's going to be face painting, all sorts of things that are going to be going on in and around it. There'll be food and drink available. Yeah. It's a really lovely pitch if you've ever been down to Sporting Calcer as well. It's absolutely fantastic. But the main thing of this, it's raising money and awareness for something that's really, really important, and that's Down syndrome awareness. And it's all going towards helping with that. As I say, it's all tied in with the Down syndrome charity. When I was asked if I would take part, didn't even need to hesitate because, you know, it's for such a great cause. And, you know, you can get your tickets for this little fundraiser. As I say, if you go to the link's there. I'll put it again in the chat. And it's also in the link in the description below this video or below this podcast. And the tickets, you know, for an adult, it's just over £8. And for a child under 12, it's just about £6. So it's not a lot of money, but you can go and have a proper day out. It's not just about the game on the day. There's loads of other things as well. Get your tickets before they all sell out. And, you know, come and have a laugh at me kicking a bag of wind around and all the rest of us. And we'll have a laugh and we'll have a bit of fun with it as well. You know, it's all light-hearted, good fun. We're all doing it. Yeah, there's a few professional ex-footballers, and I think there's one professional. There's a boxer in there. Oh yeah, Reaper's playing as well. We've got Reaper's playing. I hope I get on his team because maybe Spicer will sort that out. So yeah, it's good to be in a dressing room with him. So guys, hopefully you can come out. You know, how many tickets are being sold? Ellie's saying.
Well, the capacity today, I think he's told me 3,000 capacity. So we've got loads of room. Loads of room.
And they'll be able to walk up on the day as well, I'm guessing.
Yeah, you can pound the gate on the day, yeah.
But, like, you know, get your tickets and it'll go straight in the thing. Adrian Richards wants to know if Hobbs will be there. Matt Hobbs.
To sign some players.
The scouting, there might be scouting us. Oh, that's absolutely fantastic, mate. Do you just want to say a few words about that just to finish off the show tonight? Spicer, I really, really thank you ever so much for coming on. And we will, of course, be talking about this all the way up to the event. I'll be keeping you updated on it here on the channel as well. And hopefully we can get you on again just before too.
Yeah, just want to say, obviously, thank you two guys as well for having me on. It's been a pleasure. I could talk football all day, so it's right down our street. Regarding the event, I appreciate yourself for taking part, you know, and helping us out promoting it and things like that. Everyone who's taking part, you know, they're all got this kind of same energy. They all want to help out. It's for an amazing cause, so hopefully we can get the place packed. You know, make it the biggest charity event around here. That's the plan. That's why we've got the lineup that we've got. I've worked really hard, you know, talking to people, creating relationships with people to help us out. So if we can get that packed, raise some money, you know, make it a real talking point for everyone involved, you know, have a good day, have a good laugh, and then probably a couple of beers after, I suppose.
Sounds good to me, and I'm really looking forward to it, mate. And thanks again for asking us to be involved in it. It's delighted to support it. It's a fantastic charity, and hopefully you guys will be able to get down there and support that on the 21st. As you've seen, there's already some people said tonight they're getting tickets to come, so that's absolutely amazing. Thank you for making your debut. And hopefully you'll come on again, especially when we get like the extra time. If you love talking about the Wolves, it can get feisty in here at times. But
definitely, mate. Yeah.
On the balls like a phone-in show. It's not extra time like the phone-in show, and we like up to 10, 15 people rolling on and rolling off. But this is a bit more intimate.
Fun.
Chris, hopefully, it's been great having you come on and pass a bit of time as well, because you're still over there on your Todd in Germany. Thanks for flying the flag for Wolves fans over there. And for
Dave, I was just looking on that. If Germany do come second in their group, then the winners of that group will obviously be Switzerland, and they play the team that's second in England's group.
Yeah.
And then the second team in Group A, which is Germany's group, will play the second team in Group B, which is Croatia, Italy, Spain, or Albania.
Jeez, that could be a game.
Oh, there is.
Well, Germany go into the same.
Something's happening in this game. Have you seen it?
Oh, is that the Scotland game?
Yeah.
Something's
bad. That looks really bad.
They put a sheet over.
Oh no.
There's a sheet over someone there.
Oh no.
Oh, that looks bad.
Potential
penalty check, but there's like paramedics running on there.
Them surrounding someone.
I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if it's a head or
Penalty to who?
what's going on there. Look at the crowd.
Yeah.
People have got their hands in the mouth.
Oh, that don't look good at all, does it?
Emma, what's happened? Maybe someone in the chat can tell us. The goalkeeper apparently has collided.
Oh, no.
Hungary player badly injured. Blankets around the player.
Oh,
yeah, Brian said.
Oh, yeah.
Really bad injury to a Hungarian player. This is
no. Oh, God, that looked bad.
They've got a big blanket. Look.
Did you see that replay?
No, I missed it.
It's like his neck or something. There he's landed.
Oh my God!
It's like
Emma's
onto his neck.
Emma's medical description.
I missed that replay. Then did it knock his head back?
Yeah. So as he's flipped over, he's landed neck first on the ground.
Shit.
Yeah, that don't look nice.
I just saw them.
Oh dear.
Oh, that's not all that everyone needs. That's awful. Awful.
Anyway, sorry. Yeah. So yeah. Sorry. Germany that goal. Germany scored.
Flattered his own.
Yeah. So yeah. Looking
Tanger's
forward to
good,
that game, Dave, and then I'll be on the plane back home. Been good fun.
I just hope I hope they're okay, and it's nothing. I hope it's not like life-threatening. We've all experienced, Ericsson, Denmark at the last Euros. We've experienced Raul Jimenez.
In Germany, going to get a penalty here.
Raul Jimenez with what happens.
That was horrendous.
You don't want to be seeing these scenes. It's awful. But anyway, say, Sean, thank you ever so much for coming on the on the channel. Sad to end if you're listening to this back and stuff like that. Hopefully, we kind of been watching this. We sort of hearing about that. We just hope that the player's okay. And yeah, but apart from that, thank you. We've had well over 300 joining us live, which has been amazing. I know loads more will watch it back. The link to the charity football tournament on the 21st for Down syndrome awareness is in the link in the description below. Make sure you keep watching. I will be doing a watch along for the England game and get Chris on at half time. And Spicer, I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing you. I don't know if we're having a get together before or not.
Trying to, mate. Yeah, trying to.
before.
Get everyone
If
together. Yeah.
it works, I'll try and get over. If not, well, obviously, I'm looking forward to seeing you on the day, and
Me too,
we'll
mate.
continue to plug this for you over the next 3 or 4 weeks, and hopefully you can come on and talk more Wolves as well once the season started as well. It's great to have you on.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Appreciate it. Thank you very much again.
All the best. Well, we're just literally coming up to 1 hour exactly. So for myself, Cheerful Chris and Spicer, to all of you, lots of love. And until the next one, always Wolves.
Auf Wiedersehen.
See you later, lads.